This time of year, which is summer when we're recording this, August, we're in the dog days of summer. Every year we always say we're going to do something differently to not be in a position where it's harder to get deals across the line, it's harder to generate pipeline, everyone's on vacation, both ourselves, our reps, and the prospects. Do we just accept it as is and be like, okay, it's just going to be slow in the summer, or is there anything we can do or companies can do to get ahead of it?
It's a good question. I think one that I have not fully cracked the nut on, but number one, your pipeline is essentially the result of what you did probably 90 days prior, maybe 120 days prior, depends on your sales cycle. But for us, probably the previous quarter is really where you can build up a bit of a reservoir for yourself. And that is probably the thing that we struggle with the most this year, is just getting enough pipeline in Q2 so that when you get into Q3, you're not looking at a pretty bare pipeline. So that would be the first thing I'd emphasize, is really try to build it up front, because when you're scrambling in the moment, it's really hard. The second thing is, this year we did get ahead of the game on just realizing who is on vacation on our team. Last year I recall kind of being surprised, this is my own fault, of just, oh crap, that person's going to be out for 2 weeks. That's a huge gap. We're down, so that means we probably end up not having as much capacity for prospecting as well, so we're just not going to be building as much pipeline, those types of things. Actually, there's a good example of this. Over the last week, we've had a rep out on my team, one of the account executives, and so him and I sat down before he left, and we hashed out what deals can I help continue to move forward, and we've got one in procurement right now that I'm helping navigate, so that ideally when he comes back, it's closed or very, very close to, instead of it just being on pause for 2 weeks. So leveraging the team to help out on deals that other reps own that are going to be out, so that you don't end up just having stalled deals over that time frame. On the selling side, there's also the element of pretty much asking your prospects the same question of, hey, I know it's summer, you want to get this project started by a certain date. What vacations should we be aware of on your side, and how can we navigate that? And so we bring in what we call a mutual action plan that really outlines the action steps that need to be taken on each side and the dates associated with that. And you can start to build in the vacation time and the office time into that. Ideally, it can help build a little more urgency to get things done sooner, knowing that there might be a pause on either side for a couple of weeks. That's the most proactive stuff that we've come up with so far. If you really zoom out, you can build this into your forecasting and your budgeting and look at historically what are you seeing over the summer months. You're probably going to forecast down or budget more conservatively in those months and those sort of things. That helps you plan better in more busy quarters or months too, because you know, okay, we have to make sure that we're sort of building up the sales or the pipeline or what have you for the down months or the slower months.
Hope you found it helpful and valuable, and we'll talk to you next time.